Good morning. Let's start off with a short prayer. Let's put ourselves in the presence of the Holy Father. Dear God, thank you for gathering us here together. Say thank you for another day. Thank you for another week. Thank you for another opportunity to bless the others, to receive your blessings, to inspire others, to serve our clients, and also to serve our families. For God, we thank you for all the blessings. We thank you for all the love which we hope we can share to everyone around us. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. Okay, good. Anyway, we're good. We're about 30. I was expecting a lot more because yung sa 10 o'clock, I think during the past two sessions, we were doing it at 10 o'clock and we're doing it maybe more than 100. Survey, since you're here. What time do you think is more convenient for you? I can also adjust my schedule. 9 or 10? Can you type it here, please? 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, mga ayaw gumising na maaga. Good. We arrived last night from El Nido. So medyo pagpa and woke up early. Last weekend was very tiring. We covered Puerto Princesa. The following day was San Vicente. The following day was El Nido. So beach hopping and island hopping. Before that, we went to Puerto Princesa also, and then a lot of islands. Tomorrow we're going to Baguio. We're going to Baguio. Baguio tomorrow, and then La Union. In short, we're really seriously in search for more sites for properties to develop, especially with this type of concept. Why? Because this is a very, very lucrative site right now, or lucrative business right now. If you notice, even the big developers right now, halos walang launching dito sa Metro Manila. Puro nasa out of town. They're going to San Juan, Batangas. They're going to San Juan, La Union. They're going to San Fernando, La Union. They're going to Baguio, Puerto Princesa. Now, I have some inputs. That I would like to share with you, mamaya, about our studies in these areas. So not all vacation homes are the same. Not all accommodations are the same. Which one can make money for you, and which one can make money for your clients? Okay, this is going to be very interesting. And what kind of market? Oh, El Subastahero is here. Hello, good morning, amigo. So what type of projects in what type of locations will make money and are currently actually making money? Very, very interesting. And also just last week in Thailand. So when we did, I presented also in Thailand, as the others did, from Cambodia, Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore. And yung trends, I'll also share with you the trends that's happening now. And especially, they're amazed with yung sa trends sa Philippines. One thing is about our demographics. Although we share the same demographics with Indonesia on a much bigger scale, with over about their population about almost 2.5 times more than us, no? Almost same population, almost same median age. So, ready? Ready na ba? We're about 46. Okay, who else is here? Who's going to Manila Hotel today, this afternoon, for the pinning or oath-taking ng salespersons and appraisers? Who's attending? Meron ba na dito who will be attending today? Okay, wala. Okay, I'll start sharing now. Alright, so good morning. What we'll be discussing today is about selling leisure properties. A lot of people have a different perception about selling leisure properties, and the mistake that they always commit is they sell leisure properties the way they're selling other properties because they do not understand the market. They do not understand how people think. People think differently. Even the same person, if he's buying a property na pang end use, iba yung mindset niyan, iba yung mindset niyan pag investment, iba din yung mindset niyan if they are buying or if they're investing in leisure properties. And that is what we need to understand. I borrowed several slides from one of my favorite marketing gurus. No, see. So I borrowed slides from one of my favorite marketing gurus, no, kay Seth Godin. Right now, sinample ko lang because medyo malapit na yung Halloween. This is how we look at bats. This is how we look at bats. Parang very strange, very weird. Among the other mammals, bakit nakatiwag sila? Bakit? Why do they panghihiyan eh? Dahil nga, the drips on them. So we look at them as they're weird, no? We look at them parang that's why we are so scared of them. We are so scared of them because we don't understand them. We don't understand them. But however, if we look at them the way they look at themselves, if we understand them better, hindi naman pala sila ganun ka nakakatakot or ganun ka weird. So, you see, mas mukhang normal. The one that you saw earlier was kind of weird, but now if you see them from a different perspective, if we look at them from their own perspective, we'll understand them better. Selling leisure properties. So many here selling leisure properties. Can we look? Can you type me dun sa chat? Who's focused or who's actively selling leisure properties? Wala. Condominium now dito sa city, they will never make money unless it is, yeah, okay lang. Unless it is meant for short-term leasing. Unless it is meant for short-term leasing, like for example, here in the Bay Area, there are thousands of residential units. But if you rent it out on a long term, mahihirapan kayo mag-recover, especially on the rental rates, unless it is designed and conceptualized for short-term leasing, because that's a way you can recover the high cost of acquisition. Right now, if you notice, developers are going out of the city dahil they want to capture this market. I've shown you in my previous sessions type of ethics that we have, the number of people that we have out of 170 million, we have about 40 to 42 million age from 20 to 40 years old. That is growing. And where are they? They are in region 4A, they are in region 3. What age group? 19 to 40 years old to 64 years old. But the 19 to 40 ang pinaka-active, they want to go out as barkada, as partners, as friends, as groups. or as couples, and as couples with young toddlers. This is a very big market, and it is growing. And right now, you see, this is what's happening. Because of the price of properties here in the city, the units are getting smaller and smaller. Even in the suburbs, yung housing din natin are getting smaller and smaller. This is also one of the reasons why real estate actually influences the size of families that we have. Before, ang mga anak, 12, 10, 12, because, sige, magkalat kayo dyan sa bukid. Diba? Magkalat kayo dyan sa bukid. Can run free. Plus, it was encouraged. It was practical to have so many kids so that there will be more people helping in the farm. But things changed. Properties are getting smaller. 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms. That's the reason why families now are having 1 or 2 kids lang. If they can afford, they can have more. Except for some irresponsible parents na they try to, parang factory. And this is the reason why kahit sino pa maging presidente, if for example, I'm making minimum wage today, may bagong presidente, tapos nangako ng very good promises, and then I'll have another baby every year, my expenses just grows and grows, and hindi makaka cope up yung expenses ko. That's the reason why these are the same people complaining and electing the same brilliant politicians. Anyway, that's beside the point. But selling leisure properties is different. Iba kasi pag end user. If you're selling end user properties, you are fulfilling a real need. Real need is something na kailangan nila ngayon. Ito yung kailangan nila, very specific. The size is very specific. The price is very specific to their income, to their affordability. The location is very specific on their needs. Malapit sa office, malapit ba sa office ko, so place of work, or place of school. Next would be the place of entertainment, and then place of worship, and then place of essentials. Okay, so but the first 3 would be work, school, essentials. Yun yung daily. So, yung mga nagbebenta dito ng mga magbibigay ng condo, ma'am, walking distance lang ho yan sa US Embassy. Ano ngayon? Gaano kadalas mo ba gustong ma-deny? Gaano kadalas ka pumunta doon? Okay, ma'am, malapit lang ho to sa Cultural Center of the Philippines. So what? Right? These are places na medyo irrelevant. Okay. Not unless you have a separate purpose for your property. Pag sinabi mo, malapit to, let's say, as a residential unit, irrelevant yung sinabi ko kanina. As a maybe Airbnb unit on a different type of market, it may be relevant. O pwede itong pa Airbnb dun sa mga nag-apply dun sa embassy or yung nandito nanonood dito sa may CCP for theaters, whatever. Entertainment yan eh. So, yun yung i-discuss natin mamaya. How do you identify which properties are ideal for long-term leasing and for short-term leasing? So that's how you sell dun sa real need, no? Sa end user. You just fulfill their need and you match them. You match their wants, their need dun sa what they're offering, and then also provide the means for them to afford it. Maybe they cannot afford the cash now, but you may be able to find ways for them to afford it. Now, it can be the single detached ones or this one common dwelling na affordable pa rin. Right now, because of the high cost of land, you will see a lot of mid-rise low-rise, mid-rise condos na affordable. But then you have to choose then carefully. Yung iba kasi, since very specific yung need, but their budget can only afford so much, kaya walang choice. Tiyaga lang. Unfortunately, some developers take advantage of this one. Now, another one is what you call apparent need. Apparent need is something that it's not really needed today, but it is a need that can be created. It can be something that can be brought up, and they want to have that. It's good to have that, but they don't really need that. So they need that. They can need that maybe for personal use, for their image, for their status, or for potential income. This is what you call apparent need. So when you present properties like this, it requires a different level of presentation from need to want, from need to want, need to want. If you're selling something more expensive, beyond budget, it has to be from want to desire. Okay, from need to want to desire. So mas mahal, mas high yung emotional involvement. This is the reason why kailangan mo. It's not only product knowledge. It is not product immersion. It is product mastery. Hindi lang sa product appreciation, but product mastery. You have to reach a level of mastery wherein you are very excited about your project. If you are excited already about your project, you transfer this emotion to your clients. That is the only way that you can convince. You do not convince by giving them all the information. You can convince people if they see your conviction. Okay? Write this out. You can only convince people if they see your conviction. Not here, not here. If they see your conviction with what you're saying. That's how you convince, hindi pilit. If they see that you're very excited about your project, you really believe in your project, and you are convinced about your project, and you say this with conviction, this is how you can really fully convince people without even saying, without even pressuring them. If you have this kind of presentation, you don't have to sell because people want usually what they cannot have. So inggit, no? People, alam niyo yung tinuro ko na last session, no? It is natural for human beings to have this insatiable acquisitive desire. Insatiable acquisitive desire or greed. Okay, so it's natural. So if you know how to tap this one by bringing your presentation to a highly emotional level, by letting them feel your excitement, then they will want to buy from you now. The purpose of your presentation is not to inform, but to excite. You do not tell the list of amenities just to inform them about the amenities. You let them know, you excite them. When you mention these amenities, it is meant to excite, not to inform. So there's another level. Ano pa yung ibang style? Ano pa yung ibang apparent need? Kunyari, ito yung mga uso ngayon, yung mga farmhouse. About 2 years ago, nung nauso yung video ni Bea, ayun, gusto na lahat magkaroon din ng farm. But do you know that akala mo, hindi, ito makakabili lang ako, mura lang, mga nung time na meron pa 300, 500, pag kumuha kayo kay Senior Nolly, baka may makuha pa kayo na for close na 200. However, that's not the end of it, ng expenses mo. O sige, bumili ka ngayon ng 5 hectares. Nice. Oh, nabili ko lang ng 500 pesos per square. O sige, lalo pa sa probinsya. And delikado sa probinsya, sa gabi, gumagalaw yung mga fence o gumagalaw yung mga muhon. Okay? So, you need to secure this. If a fence mo ngayon, another gastos. Pag magkano may secure yung fencing mo ng whole area. And you can only find these prices dun sa medyo remote na area. Then you talk about security. How many people do you need to secure that and also to clear that? See, you should be ready when you. It's not only the price per square meter when you buy properties like this, the farmlands. However, kaya sinasabi ni Robert Kiyosaki before that vacation houses are the worst investment that you can make. Worst investment that you can make. But he was talking about vacation houses that second home mo na maganda, may pool, very nice views, but you use only a few times in a year. But then, nagkaroon na ngayon ng vacation rentals. And your vacation rentals now can make money for you when you are not using it. Okay, so nag-iba na yung trend. So kahit si Kisaki yan, hindi naman kinokontra, but he's already shifting his claims on saying that before. Now, maintaining vacation houses like this is also very costly. No? Plus, how much do you think it would cost you to build something like this? Of course, yung acquisition mo, to yung maintenance mo. You have something like this in a barangay, of course, you're not in a secured subdivision. You have to pass through narrow barangay roads, and then you have to secure the surroundings. Mataas yung cost mo, improvements, mataas yung maintenance cost mo. So, but then at least now you can now make money in renting this out. The problem with big units like this, una, mataas yung rental rate mo. Of course, because you have a nice big house. If you have a nice big house, mataas yung rental rates mo, you rent it out to big groups. Because otherwise, kung dalawa lang sila, they will not rent it out for 30,000 a night, di ba? So it's more on barkada package. And when you have the barkada package in your properties like this, what happens is they'll have fun. How do they have fun? Hindi naman magkakape yun, right? They'll have fun, they'll have parties, and medyo mataas ngayon ang yung cost mo on the medyo damages and repairs. So these are things that people need to consider when they're buying vacation homes. So high cost of maintaining vacation homes. Yung security mo, yung fencing, yung guard, yung caretakers, yung pool cleaners mo, especially if you have nice big pools, no? So, now, when you are maintaining, so yun yung disadvantage. Before kasi, sinasabi nila, if it's a vacation home, since it's very far, it's in a remote area, slow yung appreciation rate and then limited in demand. Tapos, if you want to sell it to a second market, hindi ganun kataas yung appreciation, especially if your area is remote. In the first place, that's why selection of location is very important. The vacation homes 20, 30 years ago are now very different from the vacation homes now in terms of concept. So again, high maintenance.
Meron ako ng tanong, hindi maglabas ng ano,
Sige.
maglabas ng isda o baboy natin.
Sige, magluluto na ng ulam.
Ito yung miswa?
Yan, okay. Sorry. Nagpe-prepare na sila ng ulam. Okay. Now, if you approach, so the approach now in selling is going to be different. If it's going to be a real need, all you have to do is really to identify the need of the family, of the person. Remember, at this level, very specific needs nila. This is where properties which are called geographically sensitive comes into place. Pasok, they want it here because I work near here and then the school is near in this place. So you just have to determine their need. And then, of course, magiging tanong na lang is kaya ba nila? Kung hindi nila kaya ngayon yung cash, then this is the reason how you can be creative in helping them through the payment terms or through financing. This is where you will have your role as a consultant, as a financial advisor. The way you do this is you try to find out, even before you meet the client, on what are the different financing options, and what if they cannot afford this? What is your plan B? What is your plan C? What is your plan D? The problem with some agents is, hindi, bago lang ako, hindi, sige, tawagin ko yung manager ko. Ay, hindi, sa amin pwede yan. Sige ho, tatanong ko. Then they miss. Hanap, 9 sa waiting room. Meron na sa waiting room. Okay. Then people, sorry, admit. Ay, nasa akin pala yung, sorry. Sige, na-admit ka na. Sorry. Okay. So, now you know, we'll touch that maybe in another topic. How do you sell yung projects based on real need? Now, if you are selling naman projects na based on apparent need, no, you excite them with the features and benefits. Now, the one I mentioned kanina, which you cannot do if they cannot see the conviction in you, especially pag pre-selling. If it's pre-selling, unless you're selling for a super credible developer, then yung apprehensions, yung doubts is medyo minimal. However, if you're dealing with a developer who's new, or pwedeng old developer, okay, merong older developer, but they're developing something which is beyond their capacity, as perceived, no, by the market, or beyond their specialty. Meron developers are so strong in low cost, medyo it's going to be a challenge for them to go into luxury. So these are things that are considered also when you're doing something na nasa apparent need. So when you're selling something which is for apparent need, you excite them with the features and benefits. Number 2, you always focus also on the potential for profit. Remember, people who are investing, when you say sa apparent need, it is all about owning. When it is about investing, it means the word itself means your client is expecting something in return for their investment, either capital appreciation or recurring income. The recurring income can be through long-term, resale in the future, long-term lease or short-term rentals. So you have to identify the potential for profit. And then, pag leisure, then mas ano yung song and dance number mo dyan, mas exage ng konti. It has to be something which is more exciting. So what you do is you have to increase the level of excitement and also eliminate their fear. This is where the mastery of addressing concerns and handling objections is going to be very, very important. Objections is what they've heard about based on, are their perceptions based on previous knowledge, experience, or hearsays. I did a roadshow for a developer about 2 weeks ago. Merong isa, tanong ng tanong, but ang tanong niya is always, narinig ko sa ganito, narinig ko sa ganito. So it's all about hearsay, which is very important for you to address. Okay. You, as a real estate practitioner, as a real estate expert, should have very, very convincing answers. Hindi bola. So it has to be fact-based. They can sense now if you're pulling their leg. They can sense now kung nambobola ka. The worst is, they can already validate. They can already search. Isang Google ka lang nun. Ngayon, isang GPT ka na lang. Di ba? If they want to validate what you're saying. Once they find out that you're pulling their leg or you're lying about the data that you're presenting, then tapos na yung credibility mo. So very important, walang bulahan. One thing that stuck into my mind when I was attending my trainings many years ago is this: never make any claims that you cannot support with facts or data. It's still in my mind. This American guy said, and repeated 3 times, never make any claims that you cannot support with facts or data. Okay. So very, very important. So pagdating to sa leisure, so you increase the level of excitement and you remove yung doubts, you remove yung fears, you remove yung concerns. Like, ano yung mga concerns? Meron bang bumibili dyan? Or meron bang market dyan? Meron bang magre-renta dyan? So these are the concerns nila. Meron ba talaga bumibili dyan? Like in our case, with founders, we're selling the units in months, in 20 days, in 1 month, in 2 months. And these are not 15,000 a month, 20,000 a month. These are cash or 1 year to pay. So that only shows, yes, and I can tell them, yes, may bumibili. Yes, we have a very good neighborhood here. Okay, we have turned down for the 3 clusters 34 offers, and some of you are here. We have turned down 34 offers. Dahil lang gusto extend them 24 months or 30 months. Okay, so we were firm on that, and this is the reason why we can say yes, may bumibili dyan. Now, meron bang magre-rent dyan? This is where you will show them. Na yung data na sinare ko sa inyo last time, the demographic, the size of the market, where is the market around it, and who can afford it, and how much they can afford. Very important. That's why for those of you who attended, I think I shared the presentation for that. Use those stats, use those data, so people will know na hindi ka nang bobola. So higher level of excitement, and then the unique designs and features. Otherwise, if you're selling something in a condo wherein 2,000 units kayo in a project, 4,000 units in one project, everything looking the same, how can you demand? How can you demand your price, diba? That's your competition already. That's your competition. Uh, One thing that also is very, very common that we have observed, all, as in all, without any exception of our previous buyers. I'm talking about our project, but also being experienced also in leisure selling for the past 34 years, from the time ng mga uh, Punta Fuego, nung una, Puerto Azul, the old times, the buyers at this level are impulse buyers. These are buyers with money. These are buyers na hindi maglolo ng pag-ibig. These are buyers who like it. When they get excited, they like it, they want it, and they want it now. This is the reason why, if I were you, I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that you go to the site first and you study the project and look at it from the perspective of a buyer. And wag na wag na wag na wag nyo nang hintayin yung, sige ma'am, good question ho. Alam niyo yung mga tinuturo sa training natin? Oh, that's a very nice question. I'll take note of that and I'll get back to you. That's BS. That's BS training. BS training. Okay? Because ang hirap na how much did you spend to get that client in front of you? And that client, our level is very busy. So it's going to be very difficult for you to look for another appointment. And if you even get to call them, how sure are you that they are in the right frame of mind? Pagtawag mo, baka busy yun. Pagtawag mo, they're not in their right mind. I mean, mindset or mood. While here, nandun ka, or magkausap kayo, nagpe-present kayo, you've already elevated the level of emotions at a very high level. You I'll get back. Second chance. Those who, huh? Ano next stop? Okay na? Okay. Okay na? Medyo dito sa, actually dito sa Bay, sa area ngayon, medyo malabo-labo ang signal. That's also the reason why I like broadcasting from my house. Doon sa before, it was big sa sa village. Now it's with very, very good speed. And incidentally, this is also Ito ba yung, ano ba? May signal, meron kang battery. Ito ba? Hello, 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 hello. Okay na?
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Okay, good, good, good. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so nasaan ba ako kanina? So the features has to be very, very exciting and unique. Why? If it's going to be the same thing over and over again, how do you expect the buyers to get excited? If you're going to show them something that they've seen everywhere so many times, then it's going to be very difficult to excite them. Okay. So that's going to be very important. Why? Because sabi nga kanina, these buyers are impulse buyers. So, ulitin ko So when you are presenting something na pang leisure, pang high-end, you have to, one, know how to do very, very exciting storytelling. Storytelling, not presentation. When you're presenting, people will be watching for you to make mistakes. People will be looking for defects. People will be looking for mistakes. When you are storytelling, people listen. Mga pang marites ba? People listen. Now, your story has to be very exciting. And the way it can be convincing is if they feel your conviction. Kanino ko pa inuulit yun. The only way that you can be convincing is if they can feel your conviction. How can they feel their conviction? Kung nakita mo lang to sa PowerPoint, hindi ka pa nakapunta dun sa area. So babaw lang. And then, nakita mo lang, nagka-vag or nagka-smug na susway ka na agad. I've been selling Tagaytay properties since for the past 34 years. So pinanganak ako September 28, 1965, one of the biggest eruptions of Taal. Kaya tawag sa akin anak ng bulkan. Anyway, we'll go now to I shortened, I summarize everything to 10 reasons which you should all know. So you screenshot this one because this is what you have to arm yourselves with, all these reasons for people to invest in leisure projects. No? Number one, why should they invest in leisure projects? Yung steady income mo, depends on the type of project na binibenta mo. Okay, before we go here, sabi sa inyo, nais ko pa yung slides ko. When they invest in a property, these are the considerations that they should make. Location, the model, the price of the property, the size of the market, the rental rates, the occupancy. Location. Kung yung property gusto mo ng cash flow investment, if it's near offices, your options would be for rental yan, long-term rent dun sa mga employees who are working there. Diba? Working there. So, ang potential mo would be long-term rentals. Some of my properties are beside upscale schools. Again, high-end schools. If you go for a high-end school, mas mataas yung potential mo ng rental rates. Like for example, yan, kila Animo. Doon sa Lasal, they can afford, even on single tenant, they can afford to pay, up to 17,000, 18,000 per month. Solo. But if the school is in a medyo hindi ganun ka I don't want to be honest. Hindi ganun kakilala na school, then you don't expect students who will be studying there to afford that kind of income. So which means, anong price points ang kaya mo lang bilhin that can provide you with positive cash flow even on a long-term rental? Now, so location, and then kung ang location mo naman is in a tourist destination, tourist area, again, pwede mo rin, it's not automatic na uy, maganda rental dito, babawi ako. Not necessarily. So we went to Siargao, we went to Puerto Princesa, we went to San Vicente, tulog pa. It will take maybe about 5, 8, 10 years. It's very nice, but it's tulog pa. Wala pa masyadong infrastructure. Now, El Nido is nice, but it's in a certain area. Let's say sa Hama. Anong klaseng accommodation? Is it good for super high-end? Maybe no, because yung market within that area, yung majority of the market, medyo gusto yung affordable. But the nicer ones owned by the bigger companies, they're the ones that demand very high daily rates. But gaano ka consistent? Another thing about location. Is your location highly dependent on foreign tourism? Right now, medyo mababa ulit yung pasok ng foreign tourists. A lot of flights were canceled because of what's happening now dun sa Israel. So is your location sensitive? Is your location sustainable? Is your location accessible to a bigger market? Okay, so your location mo, will it require flying there? The bigger market, flying there, diba? Or accessible sa easily 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Beyond 3 hours, kailangan na nun mga 3 days, 2 nights to justify the travel. 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. But then kung mga 1 hour to maximum 2 hours, you can still make money kahit na short-term rentals ng daily lang, ng overnight. These are things, small things, but very, very important thing to consider. Okay. Malapit ka sa isang tourist destination, but anong klaseng tourist destination? High-end, low-end. Is the model that you have good for tourists na who can pay 1,500, 2,000 a month, at 2,000 per night? Let's say, Puerto Princesa, you can still find properties among 1,500, 2,000, 2,500 per night. So what will be your acquisition cost na kaya ang positive cash flow for a reasonable occupancy rate, no? Let's say at 60%, can you make money at that ADR or average daily rate? See, very, 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 very important. Anong klase ng model? Anong model ng property na binibili mo? Is it meant for residential only? In the Bay Area, a lot of properties, we have right now the highest supply at 44,000. Majority nasa residential. When you are in a residential unit, short-term leasing is tolerated. not necessarily allowed but tolerated. So at any given time, pwedeng ipatanggal. Now, so tignan mo rin kung anong model ng project. Now, there are properties na really meant for short-term rentals. Let's say, meron tayong Copton, Bay Suites, meron tayong hubs dito, which is a cash flow play, no? Talagang really meant for short-term rentals. And gusto mo ba yung full passive income or semi-passive? Meron ka pa rin involvement. And then yung price of property. Sa price of property, magkano yung price ng acquisition mo na makakabawi ka pa rin? As I mentioned earlier, I've been preparing for the slides. I won't say the project and the developer. Pre-selling in the Bay Area, 28.558 square meters, 9,711,000, 9.7 million, 28 square meters. Okay. How much do you think mapaparent mo yan? Okay. Another thing, another project. This one has thousands of units in the area. Studio unit at 17.84 square meters, 7.8 million. Yung 21 square meters is 8.6 million. Wala pang parking. If you want to buy parking, 2.2 million. How the hell can you make money from that? Diba? Magkano mo mapaparent? Even at 100% occupancy at 2,500 a night, hindi ka pa rin makakabawi dun sa monthly amortization mo dun. Okay. So these are the things that you have to consider. Price of property, magkano rental rates dun sa area? Magkano rental rates ng long term, magkano rates ng short term? Okay. Gaano kalaki yung market dun sa area? Is it a matured property? As a criteria in our selection of properties, we want a matured market. Yung size ng developments that we do is not the same scale as the Ayalas, the Mega Worlds. So, nakiki-ambush lang kami. Nakikisakay lang kami. So, we want areas na merong matured tourism market. Merong national advertisement dun sa area. So the country is promoting this areas like Boracay, Tagaytay, Palawan, Siargao, Puerto Princesa. Meron ka national advertising. So meron kang support. No? Now, so very, very important. Magkano ang right now the number one destination, tourist destination sa Philippines, pagdating sa domestic, it's Region 4A. Next is Region 7. When it comes to foreign and domestic, almost pareho sila. Pag sa domestic, it's Region 4A. Pagdating sa 4A, sino nagdadala niyan? Batangas. Why? Because you have the mountains, the ranges, and the beaches. So Batangas is a very, very, plus it is accessible in 1 hour to 2 hours. Pag 3 hours, medyo mas challenging na yan. Another important thing to study pagdating sa location, to consider. When you say location, nasaan ka dun sa location? We also considered several properties in okay. Ito, I'll compare two San Juans. There's San Juan Batangas and there's San Juan La Union. San Juan Batangas, going there will take you about 3 hours, 3.5. Going there, very nice place. Pero nandun ka sa dulo, you have to go there. talagang sasadyain pa. But with so weekends right now medyo nag-i-improve na, no? Weekdays challenge. Pagdating mo sa San Juan, La Union, which is again known for being the surfing capital of the North. So it's there. It's what, 4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours. We'll go there on Wednesday. But within the vicinity, nakadikit doon is you have from Ilocos, nakadikit doon, from Baguio, nakadikit doon, from Dagupan, nakadikit doon, from Pampanga, malapit na, within an hour or so. So they have a enough market to sustain that one. Even on a weekday, ang hirap kumuha ng booking dun sa area. This is what I call a more sustainable market, a more sustainable domestic market. Same thing with Batangas, Tagaytay. At any given time, on a whim, sige, kain tayo Tagaytay. See, it's very, very accessible. Rental rates. How much are the rental rates? Compare the rental rates of, let's say, Airbnb of similar properties. Now, pag upscale leisure projects, upscale leisure properties, then you can command a higher price. If you have properties na dun sa location na medyo ang market mo is medyo on the affordable crowd, medyo maghirap. It's going to be very challenging to push up your price unless your facility is amazing. It's fantastic. Correct. You got it. And then, of course, the occupancy rates. What are the occupancy rates in the area? So in our search, we've been doing this search for the past 4 months already, not only in the Philippines, not only in all the islands of the Philippines. We're checking out the trends outside also. I just came from Thailand the other day and also studying that one in Vietnam and Singapore. So what are the rental rates and what are the reasons why people go there? Okay. Then, of course, occupancy. Occupancy at 50 or 60, reasonable. 50 or 60, reasonable. 80 is super nice already. Super nice already. In some areas, it reaches about 90, 95. But 50, 60 is reasonable. I mean, you'll make money already. Okay. So now, reasons for investing in leisure projects. I'll make this fast now. Set the income. If you choose the right project, the right model, in the right location, you got it at the right price and at the right rental rates, then you have a steady income. Steady income. Okay. As long as your assumptions are realistic. What is a realistic occupancy rate that can give you positive cash flow? Don't say, oh, pag 80%, pag 90%, I'll make this much. Which is possible, but of course, sensitive pa. But if you'll make money at 60, at 50, then super, super, super safe. Said income. But then you should get it at the right price. Diba? Diversification. When you offer this to your clients, you offer this, don't offer it as, sir, meron kaming, alam mo yung nagbibigay ng flyer, sir, for investment, sir, for reference lang. The clients who are buying this one have a lot of investments already. Kumbaga, walang bibili ng Ferrari na first car. Okay. Walang bibili ng high-end car na first car niya. Of course, they started off when they were starting yung affordable cars pa. In short, what I'm trying to say is people who buy this already have many investments. They have their houses already, maybe they have their condos already, maybe they have their other condos already. But what you offer them is an addition to their portfolio. Sir, meron na kayong leisure property for your portfolio, in your portfolio? Nga no, wala pa. Kasi di ba, they have ideally, when they have their portfolio, meron silang, of course, yung tirahan nila, and then some for rentals, long-term, short-term, vacation, farm, meron akong commercial, meron akong warehouse. Now, this one is a very good addition to their portfolio at a very minimal investment. Okay. Another thing is, of course, is a tangible asset. Rate is good, but rate is not real estate. It's just having a portion of the income made by those commercial properties being rented. But this one is a tangible asset. It's a tangible asset, just like any other real estate. And if you go to a location where there is a natural and a matured market, the appreciation is almost practically guaranteed. Because nandun yung crowd. When I say it's a matured market, nandun na yung crowd. There's population there. Unlike you go to a farm lot, you go to a remote area, walang tao doon, walang population, then it will take a longer time for it to appreciate. But for areas where you have the population, where you have connectivity, by the way, yung nagsasabi, ma'am, it is about location. When I ask them, talaga, anong ibig sabihin nun? Ano ibig sabihin ng pag may napapagtripan ako ng mga agents, may agents kasi narinig lang nila, sir, you know naman in real estate is about location. Yeah, true. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Okay. Do you have any suggestions? You have any answers for that? Basically, pag sinabi location, does your location provide connectivity to everything that I need? That's the shortest definition of that. Kasi nasasabing location. Parang, kung nandun ako sa location na yun, malapit to sa bahay, connected ako doon sa place of work, place of worship, place of study, place of entertainment, place of school. Diba? That's why it's connected. Because during that time, it was just physical connection. But now, because of connectivity, remember the three things that affect real estate values, no? Infrastructure, connectivity, and logistics. Ngayon, as long as you're connected to the essentials, physical connection to the essentials, and you're connected with your business through technology, then gusto ng tao ngayon would be something that will relieve their stress, something that will give them relaxation, good time, feel good, while being still able to attend to their business. Okay, so that's the thing. That's the thing now. So location now, as long as infrastructure is very good over there, security. Business-wise, I can do that anywhere. Diba? I can operate my business from anywhere. So yan na, location means does your location provide connectivity with all the essentials, your business that you need. That was before. Right now, if you want to make money in your investment, it's location, information, and timing. Location, information, and timing. Yes. Now, you can use it for personal use, no? For your own vacations, while still generating income now, kung hindi mo ginagamit. Another thing is, of course, status symbol. Meron akong vacation house dito, which your kids can also use its status symbol. And maganda yan para din dun sa portfolio. Now, on the investment side, it is your inflation against hedge. So it's a basic character ng isang real estate. It is an inflation hedge, especially at the time now. Another adage or another expression na parating sinasabi ng mga agents. Wow, the best time to buy. You cannot buy properties yesterday. You cannot buy properties tomorrow. The only time to buy is now. Familiar? Yes. However, I have something to say about that. Yes, I cannot buy something yesterday, correct? But I can buy something today at yesterday's price. If you don't want to believe me, you ask El Subastahero Manuel Alieje. Yeah, that is his business. Selling something today at yesterday's price because he has access to that. See, so which means this only means that you have to buy something at the right price. A lot of properties now are priced at future prices. If you see the trend, if you spike out of the trend, it will correct. Look at what happened 2017 to 2019. It spiked up, but it was unnatural, it was artificial, it was speculative. So it dropped. Even if hindi dumating yung COVID, it would have corrected. COVID was a very good excuse for our properties. It would have corrected also. Okay, so the thing is you have to buy at the current price, at a reasonable price, at the right price. What's the right price? And how do you see profit? Right now, people can afford to buy at 250, 300,000 per square meter, even at 400, even at 600, even at 800, even at 1 million per square. So a certain market can afford it. But in general, people can now afford at 250,000 per square. So that shows you the capacity, the threshold of the people to absorb the price right now. So if you're going to buy something at below 100, below 120, below 110, below 120, you can already see the potential for profit. May iaangat pa. Because people can afford to buy 250 today. So if the property selling at below 110, 120 today, it shows you the potential na kakayanin ng market. Now, kung magdodoble siya, you buy something at 300, you will have to sell it at 600 to make the same profit na dito. Will it reach 600? Maybe, I don't know when. Definitely, but I don't know when. But what I can tell you now is that the 250, people right now can afford 250. So that shows you, that gives you a better assurance na kakayanin ng market. This one kasi will answer your client's question na, ay, nako, kikita pa ba ako dyan? Pag dumoble presyo, may bibili pa ba yan? Kaya pa ba ng market yan? See? Kaya may sagot ka na. If you're selling something below 110, 120, hindi na nila itatanong sa yan. Dodoble pa ba yan, ma'am? Nakukuha nyo na 110, 120. Kaya nga ng market ngayon ng 250 up to 300 today. So that shows you the potential. Now, tax benefits, may advantage ka when you invest in properties in general. Incidentally, if you do this as a business, medyo naghihigpitan ngayon si BIR, you have to declare now. Sino yung nakatanggap ng letters from BIR na kagaya nung pinadala kay Sarendra? You now have to declare. Actually, noon pa kailangan nyo na-declare. Pero naghihigpitan yan. Number 2, growing demand. The travel and leisure industry is typically resilient. Sila yung tinamaan during the pandemic, but sila yung pinakauna din na nag-bounce back. Right now, we are on the way to hit the target to exceed the target in 2023. Dapat 4 million lang pero yung tinarget natin from the 2.2 in 2022. But during the first half, we already hit 3 million. So 4 million lang yung target natin. So we're going to exceed that definitely. Yung sa foreign arrivals. However, our domestic tourism is super big. And 85% of our receipts come from domestic tourism naman talaga. Short-term rentals, the likes of Airbnb and VRBO has made it easier to rent out leisure properties. Yung iba, okay, pwedeng Airbnb muna, just makilala yung property, to know the system, and then when they have enough units na nandun sa paligid, kaya ko na to. Because medyo mataas yung charge din ni Airbnb. But then, use it initially to build a brand, to know the system, and then maybe dagdagan mo na units mo. Appreciation. Over time, again, if you choose the right location in the right model at the right price, it will definitely appreciate. Definitely appreciate. Yeah. Yeah. Last na lang. Okay. Right now, this is a market that we are really focused on. The reason why I'm very passionate about this leisure properties ngayon is because this is a niche that we're entering. We're not into vertical, upscale, whatever. There's so many players there now. There are a lot now. There's a residential, horizontal. What we want to focus now is a growing market. It's a growing market. Growing market ng high-end, but offering it at a responsible price. The objective is for them to make money. That's why we call this active yielding assets. That is what we want to offer them, active yielding assets. This is the reason why we are in search. What are we looking for? We have already inspected about 33 super prime properties in the islands. If you notice the videos that we have, walang tao dun sa area because these are very private, secluded, secured properties. But then, yung hinahanap namin talaga is gaano kalaki yung market. Maganda yung property mo right now. Physically maganda, but is there a market? Will our investors make money? Okay, may magandang property, maganda yung market, but then yung presyo mo naman, we have to build there and baka hindi na kumita yung investors namin. This is what we have in mind always. Will our investors make money? Okay. So basically, that's it. And I am now ready to entertain questions. Any questions? We could just turn on your mic. I want to answer all the questions that you have so that you will all be prepared. This one, leisure selling, selling leisure projects is now the thing because libo-libo kalaban nyo doon sa nagbebenta ng condos, especially those who are selling for in-house developers. and they have no choice because they have allowances. They have to push that. No, but selling leisure projects, it's a growing market. You're in a blue ocean. It's fresh, and people realize that they will make money with this one. Okay, questions? No questions? I'll just give you an example. I think all of you are familiar with our project dun sa Aya Hills, which we're now we've been very quiet recently. But if you go there now, because we're preparing the whole area, ayaw namin nagka-campaign kayo, and then pagdating doon, pangit pa yung gate, may mga harang-harang pa doon sa kalye. Now, tapos wala namang mga signage. So what we did, we prepared everything before we tell everyone, okay, go, let's start selling. And thank you to those who went there last Saturday, Sunday. Fantastic videos. I think you started your campaign yesterday already. Very nice, and I'm sure you're going to sell a lot there. This is a good way to make 1 million with 2 units before Christmas. Okay. Sino may gusto to make 1 million with 2 units before Christmas? Is it possible? Several agents have already done that. Seeing rental rates return at low of, yes. Okay. Actually, rental rates at low of 3% to 4% in Metro, amigo, that's still gross. That's still gross, right? Wala pa sila ng gastos nila buti nga kung umabot pa sila ng 3% eh. I'll give you an example, amigo. Binili mo yung property dito na 1 bedroom na 9.7 million or 10 million, and then 27 square meters. 27 square meters. Ayun sinasabi ko, hindi ko palang where am I? Yan yung price. And then here's another one. Ay, hindi pala. Blood pressure ko yan kanina umaga. 185 over 129. This one is 8.6 million, 21 square meters. How can you make money from that? Amigo, swerte pag nakakuha sila ng 3%. Swerte pag makakuha sila ng 3%. Sabihin natin 10 million. 10 million yung 21 square meters mo. And 27 square meters mo. Now, 185 ROI, blood pressure ko yun. So, 10 million, magmamonthly ka. Let's say you paid 15% over 5 years or 6 years. Yung 8.5 million mo, you are going to pay that for the next 15 years at 7% interest, which means you're going to pay about 81,000 a month. 81,000 a month. Yung 27 square meters mo, how much can you rent that out? Right now, dito sa area, at 25,000, it's challenging already. So if you rent that out at 25, and libo-libo yung units dyan. Now, if you rent it out on a short-term leasing, dito rin sa area, in the Bay Area, rental rate would be about 1,750 to about 2,500 a night. because sobrang dami ng units. So kahit na 100% ang rental mo, kulang pa rin doon sa monthly amortization mo. So hindi yun positive cash flow. Okay. In our case, let's say at 9.5 million, based on all the feedback and also one of our sources, sabi na, magkano mo to mapapa-Airbnb? The 2BR with the pool, no? Sabi nila about 15 to 18. Sabi, okay, don't put it at 15. Put it at 12 na lang. Put it at 12. 12 na lang. Now, what if, what is a reasonable occupancy rate? Sabi nila 60. Or sabi, wag nang gawin 50. Wag na rin gawin 40. 10 days na lang. At 10 days na lang per night. At 10 days na lang, no? At 12,000. So, we are doing an assumption na super, so that's 120K. No? 120K, if you're operating it by yourself, tanggalin mo na yung 30% na expenses mo. Oh, by the way, yung kanina na sinabi ko na studio dito sa Bay Area na 10 million na mapaparenta mo ng 2.5, wala pa expenses mo. Ha? Now, this one, at 120,000, tanggalin mo yung 30% na expense mo. You still have about 84,000 net in 10 days. And the rest of the month, you can use it. See? Or what if you rent it out on weekdays na promo, 8,000 or 10,000? You see the potential of that unit. Now, sabihin naman natin na payment terms. Yung payment terms natin, 50% is paid over a period of, let's say, 30 months. So that's 4.5 or 4.7 something. Ipaparent mo yan ngayon, ay pag finance mo at 7% in 15 years, that's going to be about 41,000 a month. 41,000 a month. Eh meron kang net ng 84,000. If you remove the 41,000 amortization, you still have about 39,000. 39,000 is about 9.3 to 9.6% annually return from your previous initial equity. Diba? Nobody can match that. Now, imagine if you are on a 40% occupancy, 50% occupancy, 60% occupancy, still conservative. Our price is still below 100,000 per square. You go over the backward, it's almost 200,000 per square. If you compare it with the initial properties that I showed you earlier, you have to fence the whole thing, you have a farmland, you have to spend a lot on security, on maintenance, caretaker, cleaning of the bushes around it, because you're the only ones paying for it. This one, you can share it with the neighbors. Number 3, it's very low density. Low density would convert into limited supply. With limited supply, you can command your price also. So, yeah. Right now, I'm still looking at properties who can beat this kind of income. Anybody who can tell me a property right now who can have this type of return selling at this price with this concept, type it now and I'll send you 5,000 GCash in 1 minute. Type na, type. Type. Sige, magsasend ako ng GCash. Give me the number. Give me a project who can match this. This is how we will make money. And this is how you can be proud when you're offering this to your clients. Project details. Yes, not dun sa Friends of Habitas. Can you add me? Tagaytay Highlands? Which one? There's a project in Tagaytay Highlands. Which one? Sycamore? Redwood? It's almost 200,000 square meters, 2.7 ceiling height, no balcony, no parking. How can you make money? Sogo. What will you do with the dilapidated events venue at TVH? One, TVH is not our project. We are also buyers in TVH. So TVH is different. But if you, I think you went there already. Right now, the gate is being constructed. By December 2 or December 15, the entrance is going to be finished. When you got there sa TVH before, wala yung tubig, wala yung kuryente, walang regular power. And you have the outgrowth of the grasses. But then we are not Ledesco, we're not the developers, but we still did that. We cleaned that one, and with the cooperation with Ledesco, we had the gates fixed, water's there, strong water, we have regular power already. As far as the events venue there, dun sa dulo, it is not our concern. We never promised that. It is not part of our development. So it goes nice. Okay. So, and the reason actually why we are now rushing to find the next line, because once you start selling this, na i-go na, we've prepared everything, and then we can go na. If we finish this in a month or so, we don't want to lose the momentum. We don't want to lose the momentum. That's the reason why we want to give you the next project already. That's why there are several considerations now. Yun nga, Puerto Princesa, again, San Vicente is out already, not now. El Nido, maybe a different model. It's a different model. But we're looking closely at San Juan La Union and also Baguio. These are matured markets. And these are markets that your clients can relate to, matured markets, and they'll make money and mabilis puntahan. So, yes. Kaya, ubusan na to. Ubusan na to. Okay. Thank you for staying. There's still hindi nagda-drop, 69.70. Thank you very much for staying. I hope you learned a lot in selling leisure properties. I cannot emphasize this more. No, selling leisure properties is the way to go now. whether you're selling this one or you're selling properties of Ayala, DMCI is a nice one. The one I discussed with you is how you sell leisure properties. Basta go for leisure properties. Right now, si Landco is in the US selling leisure properties for San Juan Laia. Si DMCI, dun sa San Juan, Batangas sila, they've sold out also already. So this is the way to go. Forget about yung mga within the city. As long as, if it cannot make positive, sa akin, simple lang. You do your computation. If it cannot make positive cash flow, forget it. Move muna. Move muna. How do you go for positive cash flow? Check out the rental rates in the area, the rental potential in that area. Check out your monthly amortization and check out your acquisition price. If you will not make money, forget it. Okay. Sige, let's have a class photo. Ano natin? On cam, please. Please turn on your cameras, videos, and then magana tayo Okay ba? Mais na ba buko? Okay.
Alata ko nga, Andy, humahaba yung buhok mo eh.
Don't be shy. Turn on your cameras. Baka naglalabay iba. Okay. Sige. Itong, just keep on smiling because di ko alam kung nasa screen 1 or screen 2 kayo. So we'll take a shot of screen 1. And then we'll take a shot of screen 2. Okay. So thank you. Meron pala tayo from the other. Okay. Meron tayo from Iligan, from Davao, from Butuan, from Cebu. The good thing about selling, ito pala, the good thing about selling leisure properties is that this is not geographically sensitive. Okay. The word is geographically sensitive. If you sell a residential area, a residential property, it is geographically sensitive. The ones who will buy there are those na merong interest dun sa specific location. So in short, if I'm from Cebu, anong gagawin ko sa Parañaque na residential property unless mag-aaral yung anak ko doon or whatever. If I don't have any interest then, that will not appeal to me. However, if it's a leisure, so which means you have a smaller market, even if you're targeting, let's say, OFWs, what would be the interest of an OFW in a property in BF? Diba? Now, if you're selling an income-generating project, an active yielding asset, it doesn't matter whether Taga Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao yan. They will make money. They'll make money. So, okay, anybody who's interested to make money at a good price with a very nice property, that's your market. Okay, so you have a huge market, no matter where you are. Okay. So thank you very much. And I hope you picked up something. It's 11:05. Thank you very much for staying for 2 hours.
Thank you, Boss Andy.
Thank you, Boss Andy.
Thank you, boss. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Boss Andy.
Thank you po, boss Andy.
Start selling.
God bless po.
Thank you, Boss Andy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Boss.
Thank you, Sir Andy.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Boss.
2
Bye.
units
God bless.
each. 2 units each.
Oh.
2 units each to make 1 million.
Pa siya.
2 units each this month. So you'll have 1 million by Christmas. Done. Oy, thank you from City Global. City Global, ay. 2 units each, Copper na yan. 2 units each, copper na yan. Uy, happy birthday. Thank you, Kenneth, Karina Nilda, Imelda Gorin. Uy, si Michael. JR. Si JR, kukuha ito ng isang unit o dalawa. Zen Antonio, Coach V. Leisure Properties, yes, Basalane. Des Ventura. Janet Rasco, Araceli Molina, yes. Junmir, Boss Junmir. Okay, 2 units. Amigo, thank you very much for joining us.
Boss,
Thank you, Boss Jeff.
call kanina ni
Ilan
Boss Emil.
units? Oy, si Rusty.
10
Mukhang
sa amin.
nag-enjoy ng pera niya.
10 units sa amin, boss.
Si Rusty.
Wala yata dito.
Boss Jeff.
Nag-enjoy pa, boss.
Ang ganda ng video ni Emelito.
Oo, boss. Grabe yun. Professionally done daw eh.
Emelita, ilang units sa'yo?
Boss, si Boss Ems may kausap sa labas.
Ba, nagkabigote si Emelita.
Tawagan kanya, boss, after.
May kausap lang si Boss Ems, boss.
Ba't nagkabigote si Emelita? Yeah, 3 units for copper, para sure. Or 2 Lucerne. Okay, sige. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.